Hello and welcome back to Webcast News. I'm your host as always, James Etheridge. And the intro is slightly different on this one because I'm only talking about one news story today because I'm slightly pressed for time. But before I jump into the news story I'm going to talk about today, firstly, happy Ramadan to all Muslims out there. If you are Muslim and watching this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Be interested to know. And then going into the news story that I am going to be talking about for this video, and it involves Piers Morgan, Donald Trump and Muhammad Ali, which already makes it an interesting combination. Now, as you've probably already seen, sadly last week Muhammad Ali did pass away. He was admitted to hospital earlier last week with respiratory problems, and sadly Friday night he passed away from septic shock from an unknown natural cause. Muhammad Ali was 74 years old. And then the story moves over to Twitter, as it normally does, with the US presidential candidate Donald Trump, who seems to be in quite a lot of news stories. He took to Twitter to actually commemorate Muhammad Ali, saying, "Muhammad Ali is dead at 74, a truly great champion and a wonderful guy. He will be missed by all." And then Twitter hit back at Donald Trump because Muhammad Ali adopted Islam as his religion back in 1964, meaning Muhammad Ali was a Muslim living in America. And Donald Trump doesn't really like Muslims, does he? There were then comments to whether Donald Trump would have actually made Muhammad Ali leave the country with his whole getting Muslims out of America thing and anti-immigration against Muslims. And then people also went back to an old tweet that Trump put, which read, "Obama said in his speech that Muslims are our sports heroes. What sport is he talking about? And who? Is Obama profiling?" So of course everyone's saying that Muhammad Ali was this great Muslim sportsman. And yes, he was. So then that simmered down a little bit. But then Piers Morgan, the British, I'm going to loosely say journalist, he's just a columnist really, and overall I like the limelight guy, got involved. He put out a tweet defending Donald Trump, which read, "Muhammad Ali said far more inflammatory/racist things about white people than Donald Trump ever has about Muslims. #fact." And oh, did that open a whole can of worms. One person to then attack Piers Morgan was artist Chris Brown, and the response from Piers Morgan is pretty brutal. Chris Brown obviously went against what Piers Morgan said, was defending Muhammad Ali, but not really defending Muhammad Ali, to be honest. He was just saying that the comment was completely wrong and Trump is a racist and Muhammad Ali wasn't a racist. But the response from Piers Morgan was this. Unlike Mr. Brown to use an open hand to express his opinion. Oh, wow. Piers. Wow. That's a pretty obvious comment towards Chris Brown about him beating Rihanna. And then John Legend decided to reply to a tweet that Piers Morgan put out after the whole backing Trump thing, where Piers Morgan basically said, you know, don't sugarcoat my death. And obviously in completely ironic terms. But then John Legend decided to tweet, "At Piers Morgan, you could test us by announcing your retirement." So obviously that was a comment. Now Piers to go away. But then not done with that, Chrissy Teigen, the model, decided to get involved because obviously her husband, John Legend, had. So she thought, yeah, I'll get involved, why not? And she tweeted, "Remember when Bruce Willis didn't know he was dead? It's like that." Obviously, shots fired at Piers Morgan, once again, because everyone's done that pretty much. And because Piers Morgan has to reply to every single tweet that gets sent to him criticising him, he then responded with, "Didn't he die hard? That's an awful pun, Piers. That is terrible." And then I think I'm missing a bit of this Twitter argument that I actually just can't find. It's probably me being stupid, I don't really use Twitter a lot. I don't really know how to find previous conversations on there. But seemingly, I think I've pieced together the ending bit of it, but let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong. I'm really bad with Twitter, give me a break. Chrissy Teigen then responds to either that last tweet or another tweet that I'm missing, saying, "From what? Trolling isn't a job. I've tried." Then Piers Morgan responds with, "Maybe I should take up a proper job, like modelling." Ooh, burn. Then Chrissy Teigen comes back with, "It keeps me nice and not racist, so sure, give it a go." And then Piers Morgan ends it with, "I'm not racist either, So that makes two of us. And overall, it's just a silly argument over something that was made up by a lot of people. Is Piers Morgan racist? No. Muhammad Ali, in terms, was quite racist to white people, but he lived in a time where white people had so much power over black people, and there was so much racism and so much segregation that as a black person you had to stand up that much to even get noticed. And when he is in a position for a black person of being as popular and famous as he was back then, you then had to say those kind of things just to get your opinion noticed. And as much as I've mentioned all these Twitter posts and Twitter arguments, it takes away from the fact that one of the most revolutionary sports people in and out of sport has passed away, which is one of the saddest things that can happen. And then you look at Piers Morgan and Donald Trump. They are privileged white males with a lot of money who don't need to make comments like this. Donald Trump doesn't need to be as racist as he is. If he has his opinion against Muslims, it's not great, but so long as you don't voice them, it doesn't hurt anyone. As soon as you voice them, then there's a problem. And Piers Morgan, well, I almost feel like he feels that he has to have an opinion on everything, and he then has to state that opinion on everything, even if it's controversial. And if it's more controversial, then that's even better, because more people see it and he gains more money from it. So do I think he's a money grabber? A bit. Do I think he's doing it because people think that he should be, and it gives people fuel to then hate him? Yes. But I think he mainly does it because he feels like he has to. But on this news story, I just want to end it with thoughts go out to the friends and family of Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest sportsmen to ever live, who changed not just a sport, but he changed the world in the way he went about things. And even though he may not have gone about things in what would be viewed as the perfect or best way, he made changes for the better. So, can't really go against that. And with that, that is it for this video. If you have liked it, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Webcast News social media will be on the screen right now. And any comments that you have on this news story, put them in the comment section down below. It can be about the Twitter rant, it can be about what you thought about Muhammad Ali, anything like that. Just make sure you go down in that comment section, leave the comments. I will read them and I'll reply as well. So they're not going to be ignored. And as always, thanks for watching.